Hello again. I was in the children's department of Foyles, the London bookshop, the other day, and happened to chance upon a display of what are generally termed young adult books. This is fiction aimed at teenagers. What struck me at once was that this display, like similar ones I've noticed in several branches of Waterstones lately, showed only books about lesbians and male homosexuals. I took a photograph, which may be seen in the thumbnail to this video. Just look at the titles. She Gets the Girl, Jay's Gay Agenda, and so on. I need hardly add that half the books deal with homosexual relationships between black people and white. This is distinctly odd. I say this because the last survey of sexual orientation conducted by the Office for National Statistics revealed that just 3% of the population in Britain identify as being either homosexual or bisexual. I'll give a link to this information in the description to this video. In other words, those displays of books will automatically be of no interest to 97% of the teenagers who might see them. Why would publishers do that? Books like Harry Potter are read and enjoyed by teenagers of any sexual orientation, which is why they are so popular, of course. The same applies to most other young adult novels. Why then are the displays in Waterstones and Foyles now specifically aimed at just that 3% of young people who are homosexual? I suppose that one explanation is that the publishers can then boast about how right on and with it they are. Another would be that there is a high proportion of homosexuals working for some publishing houses, and they are determined to see that there are books available which will appeal to those teenagers who share their own predilections. I have no idea if either of these explanations are true. I simply say that they might account for what is seen. Another possibility would be that this is part of a wider plan actually to encourage young people to turn away from heterosexual relationships and start having affairs with those of the same sex, but preferably belonging to a different race or ethnic group. That would also explain what we are seeing, but I'm not sure how this would work. I mean, I doubt those books are very profitable. There is also, of course, another point, one of ethics. Children and young people are notoriously prone to following crazes and being easily led. There are disadvantages to following a gay lifestyle, things which might not be immediately apparent to a teenager. Some of us would say that it is irresponsible to encourage young people to follow any minority sexual practice in this way. I'm happy for adults to go to bed with each other, people of either sex, and also to follow any other practices which take their fancy, such as sadomasochism and so on. But just as I would not like to see a display of books in Waterstones which encourage teenagers to explore sadomasochistic practices, such as flogging, so too do I have reservations about trying to get them to experiment with homosexuality. Those who wish to do so are quite capable of this without being urged by publishers and bookshops.